Hi, it's Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead, where today we're going to be making old-fashioned goulash. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please click the button down below. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much. Well, we're going to be over here on the stovetop, so let's go. We're going to be taking a large pan. Now, I've got one that's kind of deep here, and you might want it deep. Because we are going to be adding so much to this ground beef to make the goulash. I've got my heat on about medium-high heat. I've got in here 2 pounds of ground beef. Now, if you don't want to use ground beef, you can use ground turkey. That would be okay as well. And we are going to go ahead and just cook it only like halfway. So we're not going to completely cook it. So we'll go ahead and start doing that now. Now that the meat is half cooked, we need to add a few things to it. Now this recipe, it didn't call to drain the fat. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm actually going to drain some of this fat because, you know, I don't want that going in my arteries and clogging it. That's a lot of, you know, liquid with the fat coming off this meat. So I'm going to first go ahead and drain it, and then we'll add in the garlic. Here's the fat that I drained from the meat. Now, I did not drain it all. I left a little bit in there because, again, our meat is half cooked. But I ended up getting 3/4 of a cup. Now, I don't know about you. You know, that's a lot of extra fat going into my diet or my husband's that we just do not need. So, honestly, I would drain the fat. Now that we've got the fat drained from some of this meat, we're going to go ahead and add in 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. Now, if you don't have minced garlic, you can just add in about 3 medium cloves of garlic cut up finely. Try to add the rest in there. We're also going to go ahead and add in 1 large yellow onion cut up, and 1/3 cup of olive oil to this meat, and then we are going to cook it fully. Continue to cook on medium-high heat until all the meat is no longer pink. Now we need to go ahead, since the meat is fully cooked, turn down the heat to about low heat. And we are going to go ahead and put in 2.5 cups of water. And there goes 2 cups, and I'll get the half and put that in now. Now that I've added in my water, we're going to go ahead and add in 1/2 cup of beef broth. I'm actually using the Pacific Foods organic beef broth. If you have homemade, that would be even better. Put that in there. And now we're going to be adding in 2 15 ounces cans of tomato sauce. Now I am using True Goodness by Meyer. The organic does not have to be organic. You could have homemade, which would be even better. But I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 cans, here's one, and then I've got the other one over there, into our beef mixture. Now we need to add in 2 15-ounce cans of diced tomatoes. Now I am actually using diced tomatoes that I can, so I'm just going to go ahead and measure out the 15 ounces 2 times, so that would be 30 ounces, and I'm going to put it into our ground beef mixture here. All right, I did add the diced tomatoes. We definitely need that bigger, taller pan. As you can see, it's not quite up to the tippy top, but it is close with how much ingredients is going in here. And now we need to go ahead and add in 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. I'm actually using this one here. This is just Kroger Private Selection brand Italian seasoning. I'll put that in now. Now we need to add in 1 tablespoon, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, is it adobo seasoning? I found this at Kroger, And we need to go ahead and add that in now. Now, I honestly have never used this spice, so we'll see how it is. Now we need to add in 3 bay leaves. And now we need to go ahead and add in some salt. Now, the recipe actually called for a tablespoon of salt, which I'm going to be honest with you, I think is way too high. Since I am using the canned tomato sauce, there was 210 milligrams in each can of salt. And I just think, you know, that's a lot. Plus the beef broth has salt. So I'm actually going to be only adding in 1 teaspoon of salt myself. I'm using the Morton. Now we need to add in half a tablespoon of black pepper. I've actually moved up the heat to about medium heat because we're going to, once we add in all the spices, we are going to cover this and cook it. Now that I put in all those spices, we are going to go ahead and cook this with the cover on for about 20 minutes. Now, like I said, I have turned up the heat to medium heat. I think I'll turn it up a little bit more, but I won't go medium high. And then we will put the cover on. And we need to be stirring occasionally. Now that that's been cooking the 20 minutes, we are going to go ahead and add in 2 cups of uncooked elbow macaroni. I'm just using the Meyer brand here. Whatever brand would do. And I'll go ahead and put that in now. See if I can get the rest of that out of there. It's stuck on the bottom of my dish there. Now we can go ahead and stir that in. It smells really, really good. Very, very flavorful, the smell. And again, we're going to go ahead and cook that on and let it simmer for 30 minutes. Again, you can stir occasionally. The heat I have on, it's not quite medium, but it's close. And we're going to go ahead and put the lid back on. It's been 30 minutes of cooking. To make sure the pasta is done, you can test a little bit of the pasta to see you know, its texture, if it's chewy, etc. And because it might need a little bit more time. Now we need to go ahead and remove our bay leaves, because we don't want those left in there. And now we need to go ahead and put in half a cup of cheddar cheese. And then we're going to mix it till it's combined. Now I'm using just mild cheddar, but you could use medium, sharp, whatever one you want to use. Now that that's been stirred in, we need to turn off our heat and remove the pan from the burner. Now that the cheese has been combined, I will go ahead and get ready to plate it. And we will put some shredded mozzarella cheese on top. My husband's going to try it now. Can't be that bad. He's already had 2 bites.
You did good.
Well, you heard that my husband liked the goulash. Now, he said that it actually was just right. He didn't think it tasted too salty or say under salty. Now, if I would have added what the recipe called a tablespoon of salt, it might have been too salty. But so he just said it was just right. Again, I put in a teaspoon of salt. I will have a link to the recipe down in the description. Well, thank you for watching. This was Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. I hope you have a good day.